Alright, I believe we are online here. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. Today I'm going to run a Breeze Airways flight number 540 from Windsor Locks to Raleigh Durham. They did this ride in the real world in 1 hour and 46 minutes. We're going to see just how close we can come to that. We're at gate 24. Everything's cold and dark. Just getting ready to get started with this ride. For those of you that have been following along with my morning rides, I hope you've been enjoying the 2024 views from the various airports. They're looking pretty cool. Alright, with that said, how about we get started here. DC battery selected to bat. DC battery switch is on guarded. Standby power is auto guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Landing gear is down. We've got 3 green and 3 green on the aft overhead. Weather radar is set to test. Master caution reset. And fault in up. And overheat fire. Still don't know why that's so low. Let me see something here. A little louder, but not much. Alright, ground power is available. Let's get on ground power. Confirm we have ground power with the AC selector. And let's get set for unconditioned air. And I've got to get my flight illusion gauges online here. Galley power is on. Let's get the IRS set up. Emergency exit lights are on. AC is good. Let me enter my present position here. Well, you know what? Let me give you the CDU. If I get my fat finger in there. And let's put that in. And we're at KBDL. And what's in the database for the airport's pretty close to what the IRS is picking up, so that looks pretty good. Alright, flaps are looking good. Parking brake, let me get that online. I don't know if I can do that from here. Let's see if I can get there. Thought I brought these up. Let's make sure these are running. I'm missing a clock. There we go. Everything's looking good there now. Oh, I know I forgot something. All right. And you know what? We need brake pressure. It's practically non-existent. I would think that's one of the few issues that I have with Zibo, is the brake pressure just bleeds out so fast, even if you're not sitting here playing around with the brakes. All right, brakes, flaps, and let's give them logo and position. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let's see how long it lasts. Alright, that takes care of the originator. Let's move on to the pre-flight. Get through this quick. Leading edge devices test. Service interphone is off. Engine reversers are extinguished. EEC switches are on guarded. Crew oxygen is 12,000. Passenger oxygen is normal guarded. Flight recorder test. Airspeed Mach warning 2 and 1 test. A little too early for stall warning. We'll come back to that. 3 green on the landing gear. PSCU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow here. Oxygen flow is good. And we'll do our lights test. Hey, Dreamer. How's it going, O'Sullivan? Welcome aboard. Yeah, I wanted to get a ride in here real quick before my wife grabbed me. She's been looking to do some stuff in the house, and looks like she's starting to itch to find something to do, and I don't want her to find me. Island, wow, man, pretty cool. Yeah, I'm in Boca Raton, Florida, so you're a bit away from me. Oh, thanks on the setup. The setup was actually made by Flightdeck Solutions. a Canadian company. And actually I had this built about 10 years ago, and she looks and performs just like brand new. It's amazing. All right, let's do our lights test here. All right. Alright, flight controls A and B are on-guarded, alternate flaps are off-guarded, spoilers A and B are on-guarded, your damper is on, VHF nav is normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal, source selector is auto, control panel set for normal, our fuel temp is fine, cross-feed check, our fuel pumps are off, AC/DC panel is set, equipment cooling supply and exhaust is normal, emergency exit lights are on, no smoke and seatbelt signs on. Let's get these lights window heat on and run that test, TAT test. Wing and engine anti-ice are off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Yeah, look at the brake pressure. Starting to drop already. Let's hit that once again real quick. We've got 3 entranceways open. Test, test, test on the flight data recorder. Pressurization panel is all zeroed out, which is a good thing, being that we're at the gate with the door open. Temperature is fine. And let's reset the master caution. Overheat test. AC master wing body. Very good. And let's shut you again. And we are set here for unconditioned air. Today's ride is 34,000. Let's check our outflow valve. And we are good with the lights. We'll use the left at night of this ride. All right, let's get ATIS clearance and then program the flight management computer. Seattle. Oh, I got you coming from the left and the right. I hear you. That was one of the first things my wife told me when I had this set up. I don't want people coming in here any time of the day and night. Hey, Fry, how's it going? All right, let's do ATIS here. ATIS is 118.15. Let's get that in here. What are we looking at here? Fuel at 6, 27, 30, 23. Pretty nice out. 3023. 121.75. Right. And we have Victor. Alright, we're looking pretty good. Let's get clearance now. Let's just give a quick listen, make sure no one's on. Hey Max, how's it going? Am I a former airline captain? No. I have some real flight time up in New York. In the Cessnas, the 150, 172, 182 RG. That's pretty much it. That's the extent of my real world flying. I met my wife then, and that pretty much put a halt to that. So, and less than a month to go. Yeah, less than a month to go, Max, you're not kidding. I've been putting out a couple of airports of 2024 every morning at 7 a.m. that I had set up. So I still have some more I have to edit. So I'll get those out every day up until release. So, in the meantime, we're back in XPlane12 running another ride. So, all right, ATIS clearance. Let's get clearance. Let's wait for a break here. Bradley Clearance, Breeze 540 with you. Good evening. Looking for IFR clearance as filed to Raleigh Durham. We have information, Victor.
Bradley clearance cleared to Raleigh Durham. Radar vectors VEERS, then is filed. Climb and maintain 18,000. Expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.35, squawk 2112. Expect runway 24 for departure.
Breeze 540, cleared to Raleigh Durham via radar vectors. VEERS then is filed. Climb and maintain 18,000. Expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.35, squawk 2112 for Breeze 540. All right, so that's already set up. That's in. And 2112 on the squawk. And ground is 121.9. Let's switch that over. And they said departure was 125.35. Oh, actually, let me put that there. Put the tower on the other side for now, before I forget. Alright, so that's good. ATIS clearance. Let's program the flight management computer. So you should have the CDU and the load data sheet for this ride. We're going to find out this ride, Fry. I haven't used it in a while. It's been a little bit over a week, and there were a couple of big updates that I put in. So we're going to actually take a look at that tonight. Well, for me, it's this afternoon, but I'm running a night ride. We're going to take a look at that right now. Alright, let's get our flight programmed here. So we're BDL, and we're going to KRDU, right? KRDU. Our flight is MXY 540, excuse me. Alright, departure. And we've got direct. With direct VEERS. Right, and they gave us 24 on the way out. And we have Alden 4 on the way in. And they are using, well, they used 5 right. And we're going to do RNAV-Z from heave on the way in. Now, let's take a look at that. Alright, so we've got VEERS. PWL. I could download this from 4146. That's the one on top. It usually is anyway, but I could download this from SimBrief and put it in, but then you wouldn't be able to follow along to see how all this is put in. Hey Sean, how's it going? Welcome aboard. You just caught me in the middle of programming the flight management computer so we can get out of here. Alright, PWL, then we're going to BizX. BIZEX. BizX to Farley. That was LE. LE. Oh, wait. Where's my hip? Didn't put that A in there. Farley. Jersey. And that's a Y, right? SBJ. Biggie. And Biggie is going to be 4025. That's the one we want right there. Copes. And then MXD stolen. What are we picking up at here? McDon? Alright, so we have MXE. You need me for anything? Alright. Snowing. Right. EN. Sacri. What's that? PH, Murph. Tubin. Right. Hams. Right. So my wife is going to the store, so I get a break. GVE. Meldon. Right. TN. And then we pick up McDon from there on the way in. Favco, Alden. And then we pick up the RNAV. So let's have a peek at that. Looks pretty good. All the way in, and then the whole, we'll look at some charts now. Let's have a look at some charts. Let me give you... if I can get my fat fingers in there. Let me look at the same thing here. And we are here. And we've got, yeah, I don't need that. Let me have, I'm going to take a look at the arrival into Raleigh. Alden 4. Right, we get picked up at Milton, I believe. Yep. So we got Milton, McDon, we need to be below 7, which we are. Favco below 12. Alden between 9 and 12 at 250. Then we're going to Billa. Billa above 9, 250. Blinker, 220, above 8. Gabler, above 7. And then 210 at 6 at Heavey. And then from Heavey, we're on our way in. So if we take a look at the RNAV, Z into Z. You'll see we get picked up here at Heavey, and then we're on our way in as we swing around. And then we have the hold. So that is looking pretty good. Alright, let's get some fuel in here. Let me give you the electronic flight bag, and I'm going to have to write some numbers down here. Let me give you the electronic flight bag. And then hopefully this is going to work. I have to do this from my tablet on the bottom. Sometimes it locks up. Earth morning. Oh, I didn't see you get in here. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like the setup. How much? Well, I had this professionally built by Flightdeck Solutions, and it was built some time ago. So, and I was looking at 100 grand. So, you're looking at 6 figures for something like this, professionally built. But if you have skills and you can do some wood cutting and soldering and things like that, setting up monitors, switches, and dials, it'll cost you a lot less nowadays. So, but yeah, if you want it professionally done, you're going to pay. No doubt about it. All right, let me give you, you've got that. Let me see if I can get this. I'm going to lose the YouTube channel here for a bit while I get the electronic flight bag. Hopefully this is going to work. It's initializing. Let's see if we're going to get lucky. All right, let's see if this is going to work. Well, before I do that, I got to give you the numbers, don't I? How about I give you the numbers first? I need them myself. Trying to get this ride in and going a little too quick. All right, block fuel for this ride is going to be 19.7. Well, actually, we can do it from here. Let's do it right here instead of, that would be 19.8, but let me grab it right from here. We grab everything right from here. So our fuel is, oh, let me change that to an 8, actually. Thought it was 19.7. 19.8 on the fuel. We've got a payload of 38.6. And we've got a zero fuel weight of 133.7. All right, now we can go to that. All right, so the fuel is 19.8. Our payload was 38.6. Which should give us a zero fuel weight of 137. What was it, 137.6? I can't read that. 133.6. I can't even read my own writing. 133.6. We got a CG of 28.7. So let's get our zero fuel weight in at 133.6. I'll give you back the load data sheet. Let me grab the same. All right, our final reserve. Our final reserve is going to be 7.4. Cost index, this ride is 35. And we've got a flight level of 340. And that is good. All right, let's get our cruise winds. Here's our top of climb, 189 at 12. And we've got an OET of 2. All right, that all looks good. We're not going to derate this ride. We said we had a CG of 28.7. This is going to be a flaps 5 ride. And we've got runway 24. 24 has an upslope of 0.7? No, wrong airport. 0.1. And we've got a heading of 238. All right. Trim is going to be 450 for this ride. You should see it on that glass screen there. If I can get it in here. It moves rather quickly now. All right. And you know what? Let me have that data there as well. And we got an engine out of 151. That all looks pretty good. We'll get our descent forecast in here. So at 20, we'll do 15, and we'll do 10,000. 20,000, it's 179 at 4. At 15, we're looking at 172 at 9. And at 10, we're looking at 156 at 5. Get that in there. And since we're down here already, what's the... In Raleigh Durham, we're looking at 30.25, right? What's the average? Let's take a look at the average here. Average ISO is 5 and 30.25. Don't have to worry about any ice. Come back into legs and let's take a look here. And I'm just going to request the winds here at cruise. I could put them in. We'd have to go through the whole list, but I'm not going to go running through all that. Just so you can see each one be put in. Basically, all you're going to do is you're just going to come in here and put the winds in at all these various waypoints. That's basically what they're doing here. That's it. That's basically it. And we'll have one more look at that. VEERS, PWL, Raleigh. So we're looking pretty good here. And then we have the hold. That looks good. Okay. I don't think you're going to need the load data sheet anymore. Let me get rid of that. Not going to need the electronic flight bag anymore. Let's get rid of that. Now let me have now we're using 24, and if I have to come back, that's the reason why I put all this in. I got a decision height of 200. Right, we got 238. Right. One 11.1. All right. Elevation. So if I've got an issue and I have to come back, this is already set, being that I'm in here by myself, so. All right, 121.9 is ground. Tower's 125.35. Oh. All right, ground. Tower. Departure's already in, and you're in. All right, so that's set. I'll take terrain, position, data, airport, station. I'm on the master. You can have the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. And we are looking at 151. Looking at 2-1. We're cleared to 18. That's all looking good. Nose wheel steering is normal guarded. Let's check our main displays here. Oh, let me give you that display. So when I check the control surfaces, you'll be able to see that. And the lower displays. Auto flight. Yeah, look at the brake pressure. That should take hours to deplete if you're not playing with the brakes. All right, primary flight display, artificial horizon is level, ground speed 045 on the speed tape, V1 is 141, V2 151, I've got 281 on the heading, I got a decision height of 200, pressure is 3023, and we're cleared to 18. I've got terrain on the nav display, And let's get these standby gauges set. We're looking at 3023. And that is set. Reset the fuel flow. And want to set auto speed references, auto brake is rejected takeoff. That's looking good again. And we are looking good. Let's check this. And back to 450. Alright, and you know what? Let me get rid of. Don't think you need the CDU anymore. Alright. Let's check the bottles. Clean board. Cargo. Alright, let's get that test going. And no, we've got fuel in the center tank, so start the APU. Let's get these doors buttoned up. That test is done. And that's looking good. Alright, let me have ground services. Once I get rid of ground services, I can get back to the YouTube screen so I can see if anybody's typing. Right now, I can't see any of that stuff, unfortunately. All right, let's run through you. Waiting on the APU. Let's get these doors buttoned up. APU is up. Let me give a minute on that, and then we'll switch on over to APU bleed, and then we can get on out of here. Forward cargo still open here. Alright, we can disconnect the power. Our brakes should be good. Let's remove those chocks. Make sure we're not rolling anywhere. Let's say that's been about a minute. And let's get disconnected from you. Let's call for pushback. They can wait for us. I don't think I need that anymore, and I should be able to come back to YouTube. All right, I miss anything? The immersion factor? Well, I'll tell you, I was in here for my very first ride. This was about 9 years ago. My wife was standing behind the deck. This deck is 2.5 feet off the ground because of all the linkage and everything underneath. My wife was standing off the deck just behind it. And when they started to push me out of the gate, my wife actually grabbed onto the side of the shell because she almost fell over. So that's pretty cool, even though nothing was moving other than the monitors. So, all right, we're all good here. So that's pretty cool. Doesn't get any better than that. And with the 375-inch monitors, when I'm in my takeoff position, the monitors come past right up to these posts. These first posts, so I have my peripheral view is also completely, immersed in the sim as well. So, which is pretty cool. I'll have to take a look at that, Max, because I like flying an XPlane12 at night using my reshade settings. I haven't been happy with MS 2020 at night, so we'll see what 2024 brings into the mix. All right, we're not going to go anywhere just yet. Let me get you set up on the progress page. And let's request push and start here. Good evening, Bradley ground. Breeze 540 at gate 24 with Victor. Ready for push and start. I have 375-inch I have 375-inch Samsung 4K monitors in here that I'm using to wrap around this setup. All right, so we're good for push and start. So let me get the clock going. And let's get this brake released. And let's get on out of here.
And you may start engines.
Duct pressure's good. Anti-collision lights coming on, and we're starting number 2. I don't know what the sounds are going to be like. I was fooling around with them yesterday, and then I got interrupted from my wife. I hope none of them are blown out of proportion. Oh, I don't think I have. Let me turn that on. I didn't have my reshade lighting on here in the center. Alright, Gen 1, or Gen 2 that is. Isolation valve is closed, right pack to auto, and we're starting number 1. Today's ride's just over 500 miles. Got 514 miles to go.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
And you can go off. And we've got a clean board. Yeah, that's SayIntentions, Fry. That's all coming from them. Hey, Assault, how's it going? I'm having a pretty good day. Well, every day I get in here is a good day, so. And my wife just went out shopping, so I know she's not going to come in here and ask me to do anything. So, I shouldn't be interrupted. Although she did bring in my meds, and I didn't take them, and she didn't hound me.
Disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Cancel go all right. We'll see you next time, and have a safe flight.
And for those of you that may be tuning in, if you don't like the night lighting that you see here, that's on me. I'm using my own night lighting edits. There goes a tug with reshade. So that's on me if you don't like it, not Laminar. All right, they're out of the way. We got TA, give me auto, and let me give you that screen. Let's have a quick peek. Now that first section is done. Exterior lights, we are good. AP was needed. It's off. Master caution recall. We got a clean board. Flaps are set for takeoff. Transponders TA auto. Weather radar is auto. And flight controls are free and clear. So we are pretty good. Bradley ground. Breeze 540. Ready for taxi to runway 24 at gate 24. So what are they going to give us?
Breeze 540, taxi to runway 24 via Sierra. Charlie, cross runway 15.
Sierra Charlie. Okay.
Contact tower on 120.3 when ready for departure.
Breeze 540 cleared to taxi runway 24 via Sierra Charlie. Cleared to cross runway 15. Then Bravo Charlie. Contact tower 120.3 when ready for departure. Good night. All right, so we're not going to cross here and take the shortcut. They're going to bring us left and right. All right, let's go. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. A little bit difficult, I'm sure, to see at night. Hopefully on the way into Raleigh Durham we'll have a nice view. So we got a left coming up here on Sierra. We're going to take that down to Charlie, hang a right. Looks like their ground markings just disappear here. So we'll take this down to Charlie, bang a right. And we're clear to cross, so we're good all the way down. And I'm using the latest and greatest from Zibo-Mod. I just put it in today. Was it 4.0242? So that's what I'm using now. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare to cabin for departure.
Okay, the cabin is secure. Have a good flight. Approaching 15.
get off these runways as quick as you can. We got this down to the end. Who's that, Lassie? It's hard for me to make out the text. Finland. Ooh, yeah. You're across the pond. Thailand. Oh, nice. Never been to Thailand, that's for sure. But then again, they eat a lot of fish over there, and I don't eat any fish. I'd probably starve. Unless they had a McDonald's. Burger King, a Pizza Hut, or something like that. What is this? We got another start here? There's nothing being shown on this map. I'll put the pond anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare to cabin for departure.
See this chart? This doesn't exist on this chart.
Okay, the cabin is secure. Have a good flight.
That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Let's see the date on the chart. See if there's anything new out. Interesting. All right, how about we switch over? Hopefully we're not alone on this frequency. Oh, there you go. May have to kick that up a little bit. It's a little low. Oh, easy there, Johnny. What do you think you're flying for Southwest? 20 on the straightaways, Johnny. I don't think I've seen any traffic on the move from Traffic Global this ride. Interesting. I have Navigraph charts. Yeah, you should have it over here on the right as well. So you should be able to see my little triangle in the corner. We're coming off of this chart now, so how about we'll leave it just like that. We got a break here in the communications. Bradley Tower, good evening, Breeze 540. Holding short, runway 24, ready for departure.
Breeze 540, Bradley Tower, runway 24, winds calm. Fly heading 240, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Breeze 540. Good night.
We'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare to deck.
All right, let's have a quick look here. And me auto, MEU,
Okay, the cabin is secured.
and give me TARA. All right, let's see. Tender notification. Did I do that? Exterior lights are good. Engine start selectors to continuous. Auto throttles armed. Transponders TARA auto. Weather radars auto. Flight. Oh, that's already done. Where you going, Johnny? Yeah, auto throttles on, transponders TARA, auto, parking brake release 40%, we're gone. Yeah. All right, we're good to go. That was a 12-minute taxi. I don't know what they do in the real world. From that gate to here, but on average, I'd say about 10, depending on the airport. It's going to be a lot longer than that in Kennedy and LaGuardia, depending on the time of day, that's for sure. All right, throttle's at 40%. We are stable. Toga. Thrust set. Airspeed active. Check. Throttle hold. We're stable through 80.
V1 rotate. Positive brake.
Gear up.
$400. 1,000.
I don't know if the camera's picking up. That looks pretty cool. I get to see it at 4K though. You only get to see it at 1080p, unfortunately. All right. Breeze 540 going to departure 125.35. Good night. Flaps 1. And 125. 35. Me flaps up. Ow. Departure, good evening, Breeze 540 with you, climbing through 3,500 for 18,000 inbound VEERS. $281.
540, Bradley approach, radar contact, clear direct VEERS, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Up to flight level 210, clear direct VEERS, flight Breeze 540. Guy sounds excited to have a job. How many computers, Fry? When I run XPlane, I run 4 computers. I run my 3 visuals, but the visual in the center also runs as my server computer. And then I run a 4th one that runs my screens. When I run MS-2020 or MS-2024, I'm basically using 2 computers. One computer basically runs the show with the exception of my 2 CDUs. That gets run on the second computer.
540, Bradley approach, contact Boston Center on 135.325.
Going to Boston Center on 135.325, Breeze 540. Good night. 135.325. Boston Center, Breeze 540 with you, climbing through 8,700 inbound VEERS. That should be in range.
540, Boston Center, good evening, Simsbury altimeter 30.24.
All in all, pretty good run. We're coming up on 10 here. And we're climbing up beautifully, and we're going at 34. Temperature is fine. From cold and dark to where we are now, been a beautiful run. I haven't noticed any issues, really. So what are we looking at here? At VEERS, we should have 17.8 on the fuel. We're at 18.3 right now. And when we get into Raleigh, we should have 11.4. And we're under 500 miles now to Raleigh Durham. 499. 106 miles to top of climb. Some city lights down there, but not much. Up to flight level 300, Breeze 540. All right, we're coming up on VEERS now. Fuel is pretty much right on the money. And we're climbing up beautifully. I'm using the latest and greatest from Zibo-Mod for those that may be just checking in. Version 42, I think it is, 0.42. So, and this is actually the first run that I'm running with it. So far, it's been beautiful. Haven't noticed any porpoising effect, which is one of the latest issues that I've noticed now. This has been a solid climb out. And we're going to 252. And we're inbound PWL. Very nice. And we'll let them run around. It's pretty smooth out here. And that's 18. We're on standard, and that is looking pretty good. Let's have a quick peek. And we're local pressure. Now basically it's monitor, 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 and program the arrival. Nice departure. Airbus, yeah. Yeah, I've never been a joystick kind of guy. It's just never got into that. But that goes back to when I was flying the Cessnas in the real world way back when. I want something in my hand. You know, a little joystick on the side. I just can't get used to that. Up to flight level 340, Breeze 540. All right, so that brings us up to cruise. And we've got 78 miles top of climb, 479 to go. Pretty good run. And that's 20 minutes from the gate, 8 minutes from entering the runway. And from here we're going to BizX, which is 191. And into Farley. The flight deck, if you want it professionally built, it's going to cost you at least 6 figures. My flight simulator was $100 grand, and I had this built about 9 years ago. So you're looking at 6 figures if you want it done professionally. If you have skills, you know, where you cut wood, make holes, mount monitors, and set up switches, buttons, and dials and whatnot, and do some solder work, you can save a fortune doing it yourself. Me, I'm interested in flying, not building. So that's why I went this route. Plus, 9-10 years ago, a lot of this stuff wasn't as easy to get now as it was back then. So. And the fuel, 17.2, 17.2. We're right on the money. Climbing up beautifully, and the temperature back there is fine. It's been a great run. Let's see, when do we get on that arrival? I know we got a little ways to go. We've got the Alden 4 arrival. We get picked up at Melton, but we're not going to be on that arrival chart until we get down near McDon. So we got a ways to go this ride, and it looks like there's no ATC this ride. See, oh, here we go. I got to kick that up some. Let me bring that volume up. It's a little bit too low. Let's see how that does. Oh, about 400 pounds late there, Johnny. That should be in range. Yeah, you get a lot for your money, believe it or not. I mean, not only the artificial intelligence, but you get the flight crew, you get the ground crew. I mean, I believe they're working on other AI aircraft intervention, so that they'll have control of that as well, which is pretty cool. So we'll see. It's growing nicely. I believe that SayIntentions AI should be the flight sim product of the year for 2024, but that's just me. I think this is great. Even for those that fly on VATSIM, you know, IVAOSU, you know, online, this will pick up the slack in the dead zones, which is pretty cool. And you don't have to have that exact punctuation to talk to ATC like you do with some of these other programs, which is rather nice. So it's one of the reasons why I like it. Plus, I also get to move their screen down here to my lower display, so I can keep an eye on everything that's going on there. I can get all the frequencies. I can look at the text, so I don't have to write stuff down and have to waste any paper. And if I need any of the data that's on that lower display, I just have to bring it up here. You know, and I can bring up whatever I want on here. So, and I can even swap to the engine display. So, for the most part, that really doesn't get used because I'm monitoring all the data right up in here. Oil pressure, temperature, quantity, and all that. EGT, N1, N2. That's a great view out that window. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. That looks great. I may be a little bit biased because that is my night lighting edits. And again, if you don't like it, that's on me. Those are my edits. So, camera might not even be picking that up. They look pretty light down there. All right, we're swinging around at 244 now. And 16.5, 16.5. The fuel's right on the money. We're inbound Farley. Beautiful. Temperature's right on the money. So what are we looking at here? We've got another 25 miles to top of climb, and we've got 441 to go. What are we cruising at here today? We're going to bump that up. Let's kick up the cruise. They got us cruising at Mach 0.78. We're going to see if we can bump this up to Mach 0.8. Maybe we get in a little early. You know what, Airsoft, I would have done that from the get-go. I would have put in a 6-way DOF platform, put this on top of it, but I don't have the height. I'm in my garage, and above my garage is my attic that runs throughout the whole house. So I would actually have to rip off the roof, remove the attic in this section, and then raise it up. I don't even think the association will let me do that. And then the only access I'd have into the attic would be from the master bedroom. So I don't think my wife would let me do that either. You know what? Let me give you the CDU for a second here, and we're going to see if we can pick up some information here. We're going to request some weather at Raleigh Durham. Oops. Let's send that off. Farley, we're right on the money with the fuel. We'll have 11.4 when we get in. What are we looking at? 110 at 3, 10 statute miles of visibility, fuel 2,500. We're looking at 26, 25, 30, 23. The weather's going to be nice coming in there. So this is going to be a beautiful run, I believe. And we're inbound Jersey. And we've got 425 miles to go. And we're just about top of climb now. Another mile and a half. So from gate to cruise, we're looking at 28 minutes from the gate. And we're looking at 16 minutes up to cruise from entering the runway, up to 340. I'll go to New York Center on 133.15, Breeze 540. Good night. 133. 15. Thought I had the co-pilot set up to do this so I wouldn't have to do it, but apparently he's on strike. I have it set to put in the auto standby frequency so I don't have to keep doing it since I'm by myself. On New York Center, Breeze 540 with you, inbound Jersey at flight level 340. Outcome to go with XPlane and MS-2020. Oh, I'm going to be using both, Airsoft. I plan on using MS-2024 during the daytime, and I plan on using XPlane12 at night because I prefer the night lighting in XPlane12 with reshade. Although someone mentioned some amazing lights coming from 2024, we'll see. I didn't notice them. They look pretty much the same as 2020 when I looked at 2024. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future. But right now I prefer XPlane12 at night and 2024 in the daytime. Yeah, multi-monitor setup's going to work the same in 2024 as 2020. There's no networking capabilities. It's all done through the experimental screen. And you basically have the same pitch, roll, yaw, and all that stuff to set them up. I had my hands on the beta for a while, but it's gone now. I have a whole bunch of 2024 airports that I put online, if you want to go take a look at them. And I think I went and visited about 60 some odd airports, and I'm putting 2 airports up every morning. I don't want to bunch them all together because it would be hard to figure out where they are in the thing, and I didn't want you watching an hour or so of video just to figure out where the airports are that you want. So I broke them up. I put 2 airports into each video, and they're scheduled to come out each day at 7 a.m. I edit them during the daytime, and then I get them ready for 7 a.m. in the morning Eastern time, and then they just pop up on their own. So far they've been popping up 7 a.m. every day with no issue. So I get a look at 2024 every day, and I get a look at XPlane12 every day. I haven't used MS 2020 all that much because MS 2020 for me suffers from the melted buildings with photogrammetry. So hopefully that's going to be gone in 2024. Didn't notice any melted buildings, but I don't know if the alpha that I was using had photogrammetry set up yet. So we'll see going forward. Oh no, I went all over the place. Airsoft. I hit the globe. If you take a look at the channel, you go to look at my videos that have been pre-posted, you'll see I popped 2 airports in various locations, and I'm going to continue to do so until 2024 releases. I believe my last video for the 2024 airports is the November 18th. It's either November 17th or 18th, somewhere in there. And then 2024 gets released. So Jersey, we're looking at 15.7. We're right on the money. And we'll have 11.3 when we get into Raleigh. And we're at 244, right? Yep. And that should be in range. Still got a ways to go. We're under 400 miles though to Raleigh now. 280 the top of descent and 393 to go. I hit a couple of airports. I'm not sure which ones though, but they should be up already because I was going in alphabetical order for the release up until this morning. Someone asked me if I could release Australia ahead of time because it was, you know, why? It's not going to get released for another month. So I put that one up. Now we're back into the States. But those other airports, if I did hit them, they would be up already. I'm not sure which ones I hit. That was quick. Yeah, I know. I'll get to them. Too funny. My wife just got back from shopping. First thing she did was look on the desk. You didn't take your meds. I don't know if you heard her or not, because I have 2 microphones set up here. I have a small one, a little clip-on the outside that I have zip-tied to my Telex headset, because I use the Telex for you guys. You get the decent text from me, and then the clip-on mic goes to a separate computer, so SayIntentions can understand that I'm talking to them as well. So I'm actually using 2 microphones. So I don't know if it picked her up though, but yeah, I'll get to them in a second. I'm gonna jump out and grab my meds. I'll be back in a second. No, actually, when I run XPlane, multiple computers, I have 14090 in each computer. When I run MS 2020, I'm only running 14090 in the one computer. And I'm running 7 monitors off that one computer. I run 4 screens off the 4090, which are my 3 external visuals, and I run my lower multifunction display on there as well. And then the other monitors I run from the motherboard itself. I have two connections on the motherboard, an HDMI and a display port. That takes care of those two. And then the last one, I have a display port to USB 2. Or USB 2? USB 2? So that takes care of the last monitor. So I can run all 7 on one computer. And it still runs smooth, which is amazing. I run XPlane12, one computer, one monitor, one video board, and I still get flickers. And I can't run it full blast like I run MS 2020 and 2024 full blast. In 2024, I even moved the sliders all the way up past Ultra, and I was getting smooth performance, with the exception of Georgia, which is already out, and when I get hammered with some bad weather. That was pretty much it. So 2024 is looking to be a big improvement to 2020, including the I haven't seen any melted buildings in 2024 yet, which I've seen in abundance in 2020. So let me go grab my meds before my wife comes in here and smacks me upside my head. I'll be right back. My wife gets mad when I miss my meds time period because it throws off my next meds. And she's the one that keeps track of all that stuff, so she kind of gets a little ticked. Anyway, I'm back, and I took a look for you real quick to see what I hit. And I hit EIDW, ESSB, EGPH, EHAM, and EDDF. Those are the ones that I hit when I was there. Oh, you beat me to it. You hit him. You found him before I did. Okay, there you go. All right, so we're inbound Copes now. What do we have at Copes? 14.8 on the fuel. We're at 14.9. And we're still looking at over 11 when we get into Raleigh. We've got 340 miles to go with 228 to top of descent. And that's 39 minutes from the gate, 27 minutes from the runway. And we are looking very good. So So far, I would say this is probably a flawless ride from the Zibo-Mod. You should be 39, Louis. Get with the program. I think I have to work on these sounds, though. I think I screwed them up when I was fooling around with 2024. And let me have that chart. When did I say we get on the arrival? Alden 4 at Melton. And we got a ways to go to Melton. About 160 miles, I'd say, 170 miles. And we'll be on the arrival into Raleigh. All in all, a nice smooth ride. Let's see, that's 40 minutes from the gate. We're due in at 6:21. We're due in just under an hour. So that's an hour and 40 minutes. They did it an hour and 46. Right now we're about 6 minutes ahead of schedule. Hell, 5 minutes ahead of schedule. We'll see if that holds true. And I don't think you need that CDU anymore. Let me take that back. Don't need that anymore. I already did that, Airsoft. If you go to the YouTube main page, I think there are two playlists. One of them has to deal with the flight deck, not device interface manager. And inside that playlist, I think it's down near the bottom. I did a complete walk around. I turn on the computers, show you what it's like. I'm using older software than I am now, but the startup sequence is identical to what it was when I did that. Yeah, I actually start from back by where the step is, and then I walk around. You actually see all my train stuff that's sitting on the shelves behind all these monitors for a train table setup that I'm looking to set up next, based on the New York City subway system. Yeah, I'm just at cruise. It pretty much gets a little boring at cruise. That's why I like those hour and a half rides. Half hour up, half hour at cruise, half hour down. Hour and a half run. It's not that boring. My hat's off for those that sit in those 777s for 12, 14 hours. I couldn't do it. No way. All right, Stowen. What do we have coming up at Stowen? 14.4 on the fuel. We're 14.4 right now. And we still got over 11 at Raleigh. 200 miles now, top of the set. 312 to go. And we're looking pretty good. Temperature is fine. N1, N2, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations, all looking fine. This has been a flawless run from Zibo. And that's Stowen. And we're inbound Sacre. And we're looking 242. And that should be coming into range. Hey, Paul and Chocks, how's it going? You caught me right in the middle of a run. I'm running a Breeze flight. A little longer than I usually do, hour and 46 minutes. But not by much. The wife went out shopping. I didn't think I was going to be... Breeze 540, you're going to New York Center on 13545. Good night. Yeah, see, I think my co-pilot setting this stuff up went on strike. I did have him set these up automatically, but that has seemed to have stopped this ride. Trying to reduce some of the workload. On New York Center, Breeze 540 with you, 34,000 inbound, Sacre. I think we just got a weather update. Thought those instant updates weren't supposed to happen. We just got a massive update there. I tell you, I can still see the ground scenery down here a little bit on the right. So, and in the front. Down very close to the nose though. Other than that, it's just darkness out there. So, hopefully you'll have a nice view of the lighting on the way in. And I took them. Go look. Just check it up on me. Oh man. Hopefully there'll be a way to work that out. Yeah, I was flying the iFly a long time ago, the 737. Their NG. That was a long time ago. Alright, Sacre. 14-1, and we're at 14-1. We're looking pretty good. Flawless ride. And we're cruising at Mach 0.8. So I kicked it up a notch. So hopefully we'll get in a little bit early. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, that's real strange. It works for both of them, but not all three of them. That's really strange. I haven't tried the iFly though. I don't have that aircraft anymore. But 2024 is what, about a month away? I'm looking forward to 2024 because the controls felt better in 2024 than they did in 2020. So we'll see what happens going forward, but it does feel real good now. Didn't they just put their latest SDK out Monday? Didn't it just come out Monday, I think? I didn't even look. All right, Murph, 13.9. We're at 13.9. And 11 when we get into Raleigh, so we're looking good. 164 miles, 163 miles, top of the set. 275 to go. It's 5:38, and we're doing it 6:21. So, a little over 40 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And we're looking at 36, and we're inbound tubing. About 110, 120 miles. Maybe to that online chart. And we should be getting switched over here to Washington soon. Let's see when SayIntentions switches us over. Well, you can hear the flight attendant in the back. Sounds like they're giving some information about some of the monuments that may be down there, or tourist talking points, I guess. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You bringing the other ones in already? Yeah, 10 minutes. Bringing the other meds in for me already. I'm sure she'll be in 10 minutes just to make sure. 10 minutes? She give me 10 minutes. Long as I can take them before I start my descent. I don't like taking this set because they make me cough. There we go. Breeze going to Washington Center, 134.5. Good night. Washington Center, good evening. Breeze 540 with you, 34,000 inbound tubing.
Washington Center, good evening.
250 miles to go now. All in all, it's been a beautiful run. I still have some lights down there on the right. Not so much on the left. Just a few. And in the front. We've had a pretty good view the entire ride. Hopefully it stays like that on the way into Raleigh. So tubing, let's see, we should have 13.3 on the fuel. We're 13.4 right now. Oh, we're looking pretty good. Breeze 540, we cleared the ILS 5 left approach into Raleigh Durham via the Breeze 6 arrival. Cool. Oh, actually, we should. Actually, you know what? We're going to do the Alden 4 arrival. Yes. Washington Center, Breeze 540. Request the Alden 4 arrival into runway 5 left. Let's see if it'll give it to us. Cool. Continuous file clear via the Alden 4 arrival into 5 left. Breeze 540. Cool. I already checked all this, but I'll have another look anyway. McDon, Favco, Alden, 12, Billa, 250 at 9, Blinker, 220 at 8, Gabla, and then Heavy, 210, Max at 6. And from Alden, track 176, Cross Billa, 8. And then we're tracking 235. So what I can do is, let me bring this up here. Let me give you that CD view again. me go into my fixed page, and we could put in, let me go back and look at that so I can see it. HEAVE, HEAVE, we'll put that in, and they want us to head 235. Oh, let me bring this up to plan 2, and we'll put that in there. And if we go to legs, and let me skip back here, you'll see right there at Heavey, it just put in that green little dash line. That just gives me a visual reference on what the outbound heading from Heavey is until we get vectors. We're just going to follow that in, though, being that we're not following online. We could also come into the fixed page here. We can go into page 2, and we could put in Raleigh, Durham, and we could put in some distant rings. If we'd like, as visual cues. And it hams. We need 13. We're at 13. Right on the money. And we're inbound 233 GVE. And what are we looking at here? 50. About 100 miles will be on the moving map display, but we'll be on the arrival before that. We have GVE, and then we're inbound Melton. And once we're on Melton, we're on the arrival chart, just not on the moving map section. Uh-oh, my voice is starting to change. Yeah, pulling chocks, it will. I've never heard SayIntentions tell me unable. You know, no, you can't do that. So it would be nice if that popped up every now and then. I will notice that it will also ignore my flight plan, like it just did there. In my flight plan, I have Alden 4 going into 5 left. And you see they swapped it on us. So I'll let Brian know that it's done that quite often now. This is about the 4th or 5th trip that it's done that, instead of allowing me to file my flight plan, which is what I prefer to do because I want to run this like they ran it in the real world. I try to mimic this from gate to gate. So on the back end, they just gave us Terminal 1, but we're going to be using gate A5 since they used Terminal 1 there. So that's what we're using on the back end. On the front end, they started at gate 24, which is where we started. So I'll try to get this as close as possible. Other than the time, let's see if I can beat their time a little bit here and there. But I've been pretty close to what they've been running in the real world, which is pretty much what would be expected. Two, and you should be coming into view. All right, we're on to 200 miles now to Raleigh, and we've got 82 miles now to top of descent. We're closing the gap. You know what? Let me go take the meds before we start on our way down. This way, she's not going to bother me. I'll be right back. I'm going to finish up my meds and try and get rid of the cough before I get back in here. I'll be right back, everybody. Man, I hate those breathing meds. They get me hacking and coughing, and I get these massive pains in my sides. Especially on the right side where they took my kidney out. Oh, man. Told my wife, I said, you're 2 minutes early. She's like, you're 10 minutes late. Too funny. Well, hey, that's an hour from the gate, actually. What are we looking at? 180 miles to go. 67 miles now to top of descent. So, all in all, this has been a great run. All right, pulling chocks, man. I'm glad you stopped by. You know, I always enjoy the company and the conversation along the way. That goes for everybody, you know, that stops by. You know, for me, cruise gets a little boring, having everybody here just doing a little bit of chit-chat here and there. It's very welcomed. And for those that just want to peek, you know, it's all right, too. Nothing wrong with that. I used to do that myself when I was saving up for this flight deck. I knew I wanted one of these before I got sick. And I started saving when I was... Took me about 15 years to save up for this flight deck. And I put 15% of my salary away every week for this. Took me 15 years. But it turned out to be a blessing that I decided to do that. Because I didn't know I was going to get sick and be stuck in a house on oxygen and everything. And this is my go-to. Without this, I'd have nothing but television. And I think I'd lose my mind if that's all I had. So this is a godsend. No doubt about it. I get to enjoy every minute I'm in here. I'm still amazed I'm going on 10 years with this. Time has just flew by. And that's a testament to the quality of Flight Deck Solutions. I'm going on 10 years, and the only thing I had to do was change a couple of parts in the MCP. Well, optical encoders. I changed those. That's it. I wired up my throttle quad because I wanted to lighten it up. But I didn't have to do that. I wanted to do that. So everything else is just the way it came original, with the exception of some gauges that I added from Flight Illusions. That's it. And this has all been performing beautifully for over 10 years now. Or going on 10 years. So, it's a great thing. I think my videos probably go back about 8-9 years. I don't think I started filming until after a couple years. All right, GVE, we should have 12.1 on the fuel with 12.2. And we're on the 160 miles to go, 45 miles top of descent now. And we're going to 213. And then we're inbound Milton, which would put us on the arrival, but not on the moving map display. And we're going to get picked up right here at McDon. This is the part I really want to take a look at and test, is going to be the descent. Because not only myself, a few individuals have had some issues with the Zibo-Mod, do a little bit of porpoising back and forth. So I noticed it mostly when I was using flaps, so it's going to really be on final, where I think it would be most noticeable if it's going to happen. But I've done a couple of rides in one or two earlier versions, and it was pretty much gone, so I'm not expecting that to be back. "35 miles now, top of descent. And we are good. Well, we need to be below there. Below 12. We're good all the way down to 9. Unless ATC gives us a problem right now. They said we're good down the via the Alden 4. So we're good all the way down to 9. What do we got? Top of descent, 30 miles. Let's get that in there. Drop all the way down to 9. And we'll give them another minute or two, then we'll get them back in their seats. And we've got that. I'm going to put this in just in case I've got an issue. I may be running the RNAV, but
Aldan 4 for the visual runway 5 left approach into Raleigh. Altimeter 30.21.
Breeze 540 cleared via the Aldan 4 arrival, visual runway 5 left approach into Raleigh, altimeter 3021. So the weather's pretty good. The weather is pretty good. All right, so you're set, you're set. We're looking at 54.
540, contact Washington Center on 133.2.
Breeze 540 going to Washington Center, 133.2. Good night. Washington Center, Breeze 540 with you, 34,000 inbound Melton. Expecting the Aldan 4 arrival into runway 5 left. Just give them a heads up. That should be in range, and you should be 12. And let's get them back in their seats now. Another 15 miles top of descent. 128 miles to go now. And this ride has been flawless. All right, so that's in, that's in. You're in, you're in. We've got a decision height of 214. I'm going to leave it on, with using the RNAV. I'm going to leave it right where it was. I'm just going to have, I'll keep that, I'll keep that, I'll keep that. What do we have here? 435 on the elevation. Just in case, although we're doing. All right, and what I say that was 300. Let's see, Breeze did this ride in an hour and 46 minutes. Right now, we left the gate hour and 8 minutes ago. Our descent's coming up in 6 miles. And we've got another 23 minutes to go. So we're going to be a little early. But I did kick up the speed a little bit. They did the run at Mach 0.78. We did it in Mach 0.8. So we should be getting in a little early. And let's see, at Melton, we should have 11.4. We're at 11.5. And we should have 10.6 when we get in, unless I can't put it down. And we've got 114 miles to go, and we're on our way down. That's an hour and 8 minutes from the gate. 56 minutes from the runway. Let's get you set as well. So that's in, that's in, that's in, that's in, that's in, that's in, that's in. We'll get that later. And we'll get that later. We're looking pretty good. Alright, so we're not going to get picked up until dawn. Initial descent that I'm not noticing any porpoising effect going on here. So We're going to 223. And we're inbound McDon, and that'll put us on the chart. We need to be below 17. And our fuel should be 11.5. We're 11.5. We're right on the money. And we've got 100 miles to go now. Hey, Tom, how's it going? You doing any flying today, or you been tinkering? Hope you got some flying in you, you're not just tinkering. Nice. Oh, you know what? Let me get rid of that CDU for you. You don't need that anymore. Nice. You want some drag? We'll give you some drag. Oh, okay. No, we're just getting ready to start our descent into Raleigh Durham. Got about another 20 minutes left. All right, let's see if she gets below McDon, 17,000. We're 26.8 descending. Four-hour flight. Ooh. I'll slow to 250. Breeze 540. Yeah, I got drag going, pal. Yeah, we see if she makes that up. I'm not going to intervene this go around. Last go around, we were a little behind or a little ahead, and I intervened. I want to see if she's going to pick this up on her own. Matter of fact, we'll check this approach down to 1,000, see what it does. Oh, that's good to hear, Tom. Nice, stable 4-hour flight. Beautiful. That should be in range. And at McDon, we should have 11.4. We're 11.4 right now on the fuel. Coming down beautifully. Another great run. We got some city lights out to the right. Not seeing much to the left or ahead though. So we should be on that chart within the next 14 miles. Yeah, a lot of times if I can't sleep and if I'm up late, I'm up to 2, 3, 4 in the morning Eastern time mine. I don't know what that does for you guys though, but. All right, we're going to be coming up on 18, so let's have a look here. All right, bleed air panel is set to auto. Pressurization panel, land altitude is in. Passenger signs are on. Auto brake selector is set. Let's see, flight instruments and radios, yep, that is set. Local QNH is in. Recall, we got a clean board. I got to put the landing data and re-ref minimums in, and we're good down to 10. What are we coming in at today? We're coming in at a $1.49. So let's see if we're going to cross McDon at 17 here. Hope these lights start popping in soon. Oh yeah, I'm starting to see them out here on the right. Oh. All right, we're at 18 here. Let's run through that one more time. Bleed air auto pressurization panel, land altitude you put in. Passenger signs are on. Auto brake selector is set. Flight instruments and radios is set. Local QNH I put in. Now we're going to local pressure 3021. Recall was good, and we're coming in at a $1.49. So this has been a great run. That's an hour and what, 16 minutes from the runway? From the gate. That's an hour and 4 minutes from the runway. For me right now, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. So you're 5 hours ahead of me, right? So I'd have to be up like early, which is not me. I'm usually up late. My body usually keeps me awake. All right, so we're below 18 there, or we're below 17 there. So, all right, that was pretty good. Might have been close there, but nonetheless. All right, 176. Up next, we need to be below 12, right? And then at 9. Above 9, then 8, then 7, then 6. So I'm going to put this down to 6, and let's see if she does her holes like she should. And that should take care of that all the way out to heavy, or heavy. I'll tell you, this has been a flawless run. Beautiful. I haven't noticed anything from cold and dark through descent where we are now. And that's the originator flight. Everything was off. Oh, city lights are starting to come in now. Yeah, Tom, that sounds good, man, because if I could be up, no doubt about it. I mean, there's a few times I'm up 3, 4 in the morning. So 4 in the morning is like 9 a.m. for you. So who knows? It might kind of connect. I may catch part of it, which would be pretty cool. So we need to be below 12 here. We're at 14.1 descending now, so. We're still 2 miles out. And at Fabco, we should have 11.3. We're at 11.3. Coming down beautifully. Now she's late there. She's off by 1,000 feet there. She's late. Oh, no, she's not. Oh, yes, she is. Favco. Yep. between 9 and 12. It's a little late on that one as well. So I was a little late on both of those waypoints.
540, contact Raleigh approach on 124.8.
Breeze 540 going to Raleigh approach 124.8. Good night. Raleigh approach, Breeze 540 with you, descending through 11,300 for 6,000. Four a.m.
Raleigh approach, good evening, Timberlake altimeter 30.24.
Yeah, that'd be like 3, 4 in the morning. I'd still be up to catch part of that, Tom. No doubt about it. 3024 on the altimeter. All right, Billa, we should have 11.2 on the fuel. We're at 11.2. We've got 10.7 when we get in, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. We've got 40 miles to go. 40 mile. City lights are starting to come in now. Don't know if you're getting them yet. Camera's not as good as my eye, unfortunately.
40 Raleigh approach, descend and maintain 6,000, turn right, heading 200 vectors for the ILS runway 5 left approach.
No,
30.24.
we're going to stay right where we are. Breeze 540. Clear to descend and maintain 6,000. Right to 200 vectors for ILS runway 5 left approach. Altimeter 3024, Breeze 540. We're going to continue with the published route here. SayIntentions is nice, but every now and then it wants to play, and I'd rather follow the charts. Oh yeah, Airsoft Tom. Tom's got his own baby. Oh yeah. Tom, put up your website up here. All right, we're coming up on 10. Yeah, put your channel up there. Let them know. And you are armed. Let's have a peek. And exterior lights, we are good. Engine start selectors to continuous. EFIS, I'm already on terrain, so we're looking pretty good. And let me have a look here real quick. Yeah, we get picked up at Heavey, right? And what I say we're holding at? Hold at 22. Speed should be coming down to 220 now. Hopefully you're starting to get a view out the window there with the night lighting. And again, if you don't like that night lighting, that's on me. I'm using my own night lighting edits with reshade. So that's not on Laminar Research if you don't like them. If you want it professionally built, yeah, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. But if you have skills and you could do some cutting with wood and drilling holes and setting up buttons, switches, dials, and you're good with soldering, you can do it for a lot less money. But if you're looking to have it all built like I was, you're looking at 6 figures. You're looking at least 100 grand. Oh, what a great view. And we'll go right to 22. That's what we're holding at. Need to be above 7 at Gabler. And, well, we are. Probably going to hit 7,000 as we pass. And we're going to 235. That looks great. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but man. Yeah, I started out with a few parts here and there before I decided to buy the whole kit and caboodle. All right, we're coming up on Heavey. Let's bring that up now. And we're running the RNAV-Z. There we are, right there. Let's start slowing up here, shall we? What are we coming in at? I said a buck what? Buck 49. Let's start slowing up here. Let's go to flaps 1, actually. That's erroneous drag message. Give me 5. Should have a nice view out that window if I can get my head out the way. Then on the miss, we're straight out. We got a left coming up. All right. Give me 10. And yet I could stay. $14 miles out. We got one more U-turn coming up. That looks pretty good. Hope the camera's catching that. Well, this is in my garage, Airsoft. This takes up my 2-car garage. So my wife keeps her car parked out on the driveway. Let me get my head out of the way there. Not a lot of light down there, but there's some. And I haven't noticed any porpoising effect whatsoever. She was late on a couple of waypoints. That was pretty much it. You're right, to 220. Breeze 540. We're not going to follow them. See, they get a little mixed up here. We're just going to follow the charts in. Yeah, I didn't ask you for that. You gave it to me.
Breeze 540, 4 miles from Shoe. Turn left heading 125, descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS runway 5 left approach.
Yeah, Breeze 540, 4 miles from Shoe. Left turn to 125, descend and maintain 3000 until established. Cleared for the ILS runway 5 left approach. Breeze 540. Here's our airport. Let me the gear. Let's start really slowing down here. And we are heading straight out. Yes, on the mist. Give me 15. And we're going to slow all the way up here. Oh man, what a great view out that window. Little porpoising going on there, not much. 25. And with the flaps coming out, we'll go right to 30. Let's see if she stabilizes before I take over here. Nah, this is a good ride. Going to tower, 119.3, Breeze 540. Raleigh Tower, Breeze 540 with you, short final, runway 5 left. And we're at 30, we're all looking good here. My bird. Breeze 540, clear to land, runway 5 left. That looks great. I hope the camera's doing it justice. So we've got lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified. Man, what a great view. Pay attention there, Louis. Beautiful view. And a great ride from the Zibo-Mod. And that's his latest version, 0.42. So watch yourself there, Louis. Continue. Prepare for landing. Welcome to Raleigh. I think I just said that. Pretty cool ride. Alright, let's stop here. Let me swap my charts. See if we can zoom in here. And that's already up and running. And ground is 121.7. Raleigh ground, good evening. Breeze 540 with you at intersection Bravo 6, looking to go to gate Alpha 5, Terminal 1. Hope you enjoyed that ride.
Breeze 540, Raleigh ground, taxi to A5 via Bravo 6, Foxtrot 5, Foxtrot Delta Alpha. Have a good day.
I don't know if that was butter, but we'll see. I have to go back and review it. All right, Alpha 5 via Bravo. Oh, so they got us turning right here. We're going Bravo, Foxtrot 5. Well, we're at Foxtrot Drive, right? We're going to come straight across, right? Foxtrot, Delta, Alpha. Yeah, we're going to come down and go across here. All right, so let's bring that down. Let's just head on in. And let's get on APU. Oh, I don't know what that was. That was weird. I lost that and that monitor for a bit. Very strange. I don't think I acknowledged him, did I? Breeze 540, clear to taxi to gate 5 Alpha via Bravo 6, Foxtrot 5, Foxtrot Delta Alpha. Good night. Not sure if I answered him or not. All right, that's been about a minute. And we can shut down number 2. All right, let's head on in. And we're taking Delta across. Hopefully our spot's going to be available. Oh no, this was a beautiful run. I don't think I complained about anything. And that was an hour and 35 minutes, 36, hour and 35 minutes. Let's see when we get to the gate here. It was an hour and 24 minutes runway to runway. They did this run in 1:46. So we're 10 minutes early, but we're not at the gate just yet. And I did kick it up a little bit from what they were running. They were running Mach 7, Mach .78. I ran Mach .80. So across Charlie, we're going to go to Delta, and that is for that. Thank you very much. And we want you coming up right here, yes. Right, Foxtrot to Delta. Delta to Alpha. And then tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., I'll have another video up of 2024, a couple of airports. I don't know what's coming up. I think I'm back in the States again. And yeah, I know about you. And what are we coming here? We got to come all the way around. Pick it up, Johnny. Pick it up. I'm getting in at 5 o'clock. Not bad. Be able to have a snack. Maybe I can get a second run in today. That would really be great. And again, if you don't like the night lighting, that's on me. That's my night lighting edits, so that's on me. All right, here's Terminal 1 off to our right here. I didn't notice any AI aircraft on the move this ride for some reason. Interesting. Oh, gates look like they're pretty packed up here. Alpha 5. Looks like someone's in our gate. Should have made a reservation. Do we have one open at all? Easy there, Louis. think the inn is full. That would be a request for Traffic Global going forward. Select a gate on the back end to leave open, so that you can fill up the airport with 100% aircraft and then just leave your gate open so no one touches it. Yeah, I'm not seeing any gate open here. Nothing. So we're going to pull up over here on the side. We'll make our own spot right next to Spirit here if we can fit. Right next to Spirit here. Oh, there you go. We do have a spot here. Don't need you. All right. Kill you and let them run around. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that ride. I had a blast. And again, if you don't like the night lighting, that's on me. Those are my edits. It has nothing to do with Laminar Research. So, and from gate to gate, that's 141. They did the ride in 146, so we're 5 minutes early on this ride. And again, I hope you enjoyed the ride. I always enjoy the company and the conversation when I'm in the flight deck. It makes the time go by so much better. I have no problem answering questions as long as I have answers for you. All right, everybody. I'll catch you on my next run, maybe later on tonight. I'm not sure. All right, so take care, everybody, and thanks for joining with me.
November 95 Bravo November. Cross full at flight level speed 250. Keep the speed up when you're able. 300 knots per day. Believe that. 95 Bravo Delta. Cross full at 250 full back. November 95 Bravo Delta. Affirmative. Okay. I say 3344 cross full at flight level speed